Hey guys, and welcome to the Hobby News. So, more new things coming, hey? There's a bunch of stuff coming actually, but I think today we're going to be looking at Necromunda because, well, I've got a soft spot for that game, and they're bringing out some pretty cool stuff that I used to play. So yeah, it caught my eye. So I think we'll take a look at that. But just before we do, we'll just have a look at this here, just so you know. So the pre-orders are up for AOS 3, and they have this like limited edition little command token box that you can get when you pre-order it. I got a couple of the Dominion boxes. I'm pretty sure they're still available, so it's great. They've managed to, do enough copies so everyone gets a chance to order it, which is nice. So if you were worried about that or whatever, they seem to still have copies, so that's great. You get yourself these little tokens, which is really nice. They've also got some news on their Warhammer Plus platform, which, yeah, I mean, we'll wait and see what that really is, but it doesn't look like it's enough to really be charging for, just animations, but obviously they've got other stuff they've got planned. I'm sure there's going to be other things hidden behind paywalls and that sort of stuff, which is good and bad. I mean, it creates a little bit of that have-nots kind of situation, but maybe it won't be as bad as that, but they're definitely going to need to bump up the amount of content for that to make that worthwhile, to compete with other services that offer, we all know what they are, and that's just one of those things they're going to have to contend with. So who knows what will be involved in this in its totality, but we will see very soon. So Wednesday, 23rd of June, you get a little taste of what this is. So if you're interested in that, it's coming up. They also have a learn to play here, AOS 3. So if you're interested in just checking out some of the, like if you're new to the hobby, then this is not bad, I guess. But yeah, they're just sort of, I guess, little intro stuff. And I think they show a little bit of some of the Stormcast stuff in there and things like that. I just had a brief little look, but not a great look. But yeah, that's all cool. But the thing we want to be looking at is Necromunda. So let's get into it. All right. So under Hive Informant. Pray you're not in Clovis, the Redeemer's little black book of torture. Okay, I think it's Clovis? Yeah. So this is cool. I love redemptionist stuff, and the Redeemer's cool. So, let's take a look. All right, sit down and shut up. That means you at the back. It's time for your monthly briefing on the criminal threats that we have to deal with on Necromunda. First up, the good news. We've not had any eyewitness reports of Lady Credo in the Underhive yet. It's only a matter of time, though, so keep your eyes peeled. Now the bad news. Our informants are telling us that House Cawdor is calling in some reinforcements. Yeah, so we got the Redemptionist guys here. They're really cool. I used to play these back in the day, and I love the idea of them. They're just a wacky, fun little group, and yeah, all the flames on their heads and everything. It's just cool, and these massive weapons they have with the sort of chain blades on them and stuff is just it's so much fun. They're great to paint, play with, all that stuff. Unless you're fresh out of the academy, you'll have seen Redemptionists being more active, and you'll have heard the rumors about Clovis the Redeemer that are going around. You've probably seen the Enforcer sketch artist work on him too. Yeah, so we've got like the little drawing here. And yeah, here we go. Well, now we have a picked captures for our cameras in the Underhive. Turns out he isn't just an urban legend. Just once I wish they would be an urban legend. Less of a need to call in the subjugators and less paperwork. Yeah, okay, so we've got all the little flavor text there, but this is what we're really looking at. So yeah, cool sculpt. The photograph is a little bit sort of blown out. I'm not sure why this is so grainy, but yeah, it could just be the paint job. Maybe they used a bit more white in blending up some of these colors, but looks a little bit blown out here. But apart from that, it's a cool model and definitely fun to paint for sure. This giant thing that he's carrying here with the going into some kind of backpack thing he's got, all the books and everything. It's just classic Warhammer stuff and really, really cool. So I'm happy they're getting this. But then his little mate that he's got with him is really interesting. It's a very, very unusual sculpt, and yeah, I really like it. And in fact, a lot of the new stuff that's coming out is really wacky and new, like that other group that's coming with the sort of the nautical vibe. That was a really cool one as well. And this is his little buddy we're going to have a look at in a second is no exception. So yeah, if we come down here, I've got some rules for him. If you're into that, you can just pause the video and take a look at that. But we're really just here looking at the models and this guy. So this is really, really cool. Now this is going to this is going to float many people's boats, I think, because especially those what are they, those Ink 28 guys or whatever, the ones that do all the conversions and stuff. This fits in really well into that grimdark aesthetic for sure. Yeah, this is a very 40k looking model. You've got all the little cabling coming out to sort of like a head that's been grafted into that, with the skin, the flayed skin kind of like stretched over it. You've got this giant book on the back that's turning pages for the Redeemer to call out. He's scribing the legend, I guess, or whatever the Redeemer does. All these little artifacts, the little walking legs. Like, this is classic 40k, and really cool. Like, yeah, this. Just to buy it for this guy here is pretty much, I think, what most people are going to do, because this fits into dioramas, it fits into so much stuff, and gives you that really nice classic, almost John Blanche style aesthetic. That wacky sort of grimdark stuff. Yeah, awesome. I think I said it before when I was looking at the Necromunda stuff, a few weeks ago, and Necromunda is one of those really rare, I guess, game systems for Games Workshop that they can really dig into some of the darker and more obscure kind of designs and themes that exist in the 40k world that you can't really do in the main game. Things like this, you would never, you probably could see this as like some sort of, buff bot piece in like a Sister of Battle army or something like that, or a guard army or whatever, but it wouldn't be quite as wacky as this. It'll be more subdued. Whereas in Necromunda, a little skirmish game, they can just go out on a limb and do some of these really odd characters, and I think that's really awesome. I think that's a huge benefit of doing these sub games, is that they really get a chance to delve into some ideas. And interestingly, if you have a look at these little knees here, it looks like this might have been one of their test pieces of 3D print. See those little wave lines in there? That's 3D printing lines. So this might have actually been a test model that they painted, which is kind of interesting. I think most of us know that's how they do it. In the early days, they do test models and then, take a look at them and that sort of thing. But it looks like they've used that for this image, because that looks like 3D printing lines right there. But maybe not, but it kind of looks like it. Yeah, just a little side note there. But yeah, so I'm really happy that they're releasing stuff like this, because it just gives so much conversion possibilities for other armies. I can definitely see this being used in 40k armies, as different things, or just, individual models, like, as I said, diorama stuff being used. I'm sure there's going to be a golden demon one day with this thing in it, or parts of it anyway. So that's really awesome, and he's got some nice rules there if you want to check that out there. But yeah, this was mostly just for self-indulgence, to take a look at some Games Workshop history and revel in it for a little moment. Yeah, really like it. It's such a cool thing that they're getting to do this kind of stuff. It brings back a lot of memories. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this. I'm assuming these will come up for pre-order, I guess, soon, maybe on Saturday or something like that, or very soon if they're already showing the images of it. So yeah, keep a look out for it. It doesn't really say when, I don't think. Maybe it does. Let's have a look. Yeah, I couldn't see anything that said when it was coming, but it must be soon if they're showing it, so it must be going up for pre-order very soon. But otherwise, yeah, hope you've enjoyed this. Hope you're having a great day. Please hit that subscribe button if you've enjoyed it, and I'll catch you on the next one.